on other people's lives. And so what we are doing actually is quite poignantly linked to all of that. And it's always very humbling when we look at the statistics and they are there staring at us all the time. So I'm going to play that video very quickly. I'll share my screen. Share sound to my clips. Okay, I can only share one screen, so I'm going to do it from here.
I would like to encourage you to, if you are posting, please post something that is linked to our discussion. You can share the links to the to Facebook or to I don't know. Did you also post it on YouTube, Brother Mbi?
Yes.
I can see
We are using technology to deliver access to digital financial services differently and supporting businesses to fight poverty, fight unemployment, and fight exclusion from financial services.
Dr. Linus,
there is a quiet movement that is bringing together human beings from all walks.
Are you getting the sound?
Yes,
yes.
yes.
That has captured hearts, many individuals.
Yeah, the video is not moving.
Governments and businesses.
The video, okay, let me try again. The
movement is connecting humanity from cities around the world, like Kingston in Jamaica, and cities from within continental.
To manage bandwidth, can you encourage people to switch videos to switch on their videos to manage bandwidth?
I think they need to mute.
I think I've lost it.
Maybe it's coming. Dr. Linus, you're muted. Please unmute.
Oh, I'm saying that I can't see the screen that I was on before. My apologies, please forgive me.
Yeah, it's not showing.
I'm going to stop sharing and I'll try and sort it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I may have to close the browser that I was on. For some reason, I can't see it.
Yeah.
Serious? Are you seeing the chat?
Yes, I am muting people from time to time.
Yeah, there's also something about there's people waiting to come in, and there's only 100 seems to be allowed.
Oh, okay, I saw that. Brother Mbi, okay, it has dropped down to 97. Okay.
But it's normally over the 100 that comes in, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think maybe it needs changing at the back of the setup to allow more in.
All right, Brother Mbi and Dr. Linus, you need to unmute your mics.
Sorry, I'm talking, and I thought everyone could hear me. I'm
All
saying that I
right.
don't know why the capacity is much more than 100. I don't know why it's blocking. So I'm just checking in the back.
Okay.
Change millions of lives, even those most remotely.
All right. Meanwhile, those who haven't typed in where they are coming from or where they are connecting from, you can do so in the chat there, as we are just trying to allow more people to join. Okay, let's see.
Okay, I hope you could hear the sound.
Yeah.
But the key message there really is that we are gathered as probably we are now the largest single community with its own digital currency in the world. And that cannot be taken very lightly. What we now have to do is focus our efforts in making that count for individuals by creating more opportunities to one, use that currency and to mobilize the effort within the community to deliver other value-added services that can make a difference to people's lives, while making every effort in the background to try and continue to interface the Lumi with other currencies around the world. And I can tell you there is a lot of effort that is going on, most of it which we cannot discuss here. But at the same time, within the closed community that we have now, as a closed network, there is substantial opportunity to leverage the Lumi in order to trade within the community itself, so that people can begin to empower themselves and empower their communities all across the continent and within the African diaspora. So that's very important. And it is about financial inclusion, economic transformation and economic liberation, and fighting all the ills, such as the youth unemployment that Brother Mbi and Brother Sevius talked about right from the outset. So today, the journey continues in terms of what the next steps that we are going to be taking to drive this effort even further. I think on that note, Brother Mbi, you have a specific list of items that we must cover in this short session. Otherwise,
yes, I think we would start off with registration. What I just wanted to show a note that we have on the access portal for Connect. We've put this note because it has come to our attention that a lot of people are trying to access the platform using their Swifin account ID. And the only way you can be able to access your Swifin account is if you go through Connect. So anyone who does not have, anyone who has not opened, has not registered on Connect, you will not be able to access your Swifin account. So I just want to show you this. Just look at, just watch my screen. Yeah, just one moment. I just want to show you guys this. So, can you see my screen?
Now it's coming up.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, anyone, when you go onto swifinconnect.com, you go on to connect.swifin.com, it's going to bring you to this page. Initially, we had just one statement here, which was this one. But we realized that people come and skip this part of the page, and they come just here, and they put in their Swifin account username and their Swifin account password, and they cannot access. So the first thing we recommend that anyone who does not have a Connect, who has not registered on Connect, you go to connect.swifin.com, you click here, this button here, and it will take you to the registration page. We are going to talk about the tiered structure that we have on the platform right now. This registration is a registration that takes you into the Connect portal, which is for us like a lobby. Imagine that you come to a hotel that has 150 rooms, that has 200 rooms. Before you get into the rooms of the hotel, you have to get through the lobby. So Connect is like a lobby, it's like a central meeting, it's a melting pot of everything where you can post, you can chat, you can like, you can share, and all of that, right? Once you've done that registration, every time you come back, and for those who are already on, registered on Connect, you would enter your username or your email address that you use to register and the password that you use to register to get onto the Connect. So this is what it would look like. Let me just do this. I'm just going to go into mine. And sorry, it wants the capitals. Sometimes
Right, sure. Don, you understand what it is all about?
You have spaces there in the username?
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you have gone through the registration and then you come and you log in, it would take you to your page, your personal page on Connect. Here you can access, you have what we call the MPOS device that you go to the shops, you can use your cards to pay, but this one is internal. You can use it with your phone and with the laptop. You can check your balances. You can pay someone else who is on the community. You can assign a new member under you. So when you help someone to register, you can assign that member under you. You can also go in and you chat. You can start off a chat with anyone, any member in the community. You can post. You would see that there are people who are posting all sorts of things. We actually realized recently that people have actually caught what we are talking about posting on this community. People are posting a lot of educational material, a lot of things that edify the community. You can also pay. You can shop. Most of all, which is where we see a lot of people coming to, is on the help portal, right? It's on the help portal. Post tickets. You can post a ticket. We always suggest go into the documentation. There's a library in here of lots of material that we've put together over a long period of time. Anything you need to know about this process, this program that we are running, anything that you think about, you run a search there and you'll be able to find an article or something that would guide you, steps that you need to follow to access whatever you want. But then, for you to be able to access your Swifin account, right? We always say that the easiest is for you just to go below your profile, go to the, and then you can access your, go to the red icon, which is this one. Able to access message that we have here. This message is meant for everyone and any access their Swifin account. If you want to access for your username and it's not looking for the username that you were using to access your Swifin account before, it's asking for your Swifin ID. If you cannot remember your Swifin ID, that is the time for you to go onto the portal, onto the tickets, go onto the tickets and open a ticket where you put your name that you use to register, put your email address that you use to register, and put the phone number that you use to register, okay? We use that. You see, for example, we have a few tickets here that are still open. I can't find my Swifin ID. This is an example. Somebody has gone on and they have put that. And then we all who are part of the support in the back, we look at it and we help everyone who has a problem accessing their Swifin ID. When you have your Swifin ID.
Brother MB, is worth emphasizing that the size of the support team is now going to be close to anywhere from about 140 to 200 people, right? We already have about
200 people. So we already have about 40 people in the support team, and we are looking at adding about 160 more people who would end up supporting everyone in the community in everything that we are going to be doing going forward. So when you get here and you've got your ID, you put in your ID there, the first recommendation that we give for the first time, if you've not logged into your Swifin account before, please use this as a default password. Don't use your old password because it's not going to work. Use this highlighted number and series of numbers and letters as your default password. When you insert this into the password, it would trigger a password reset, which would give you the opportunity to be able to set the password that you want for your account for when you come back to access it. Okay, so I thought we should talk about that and clarify it for everyone. In fact, the other day we had one of our support members who kept on trying to access, only for us to find out that they were not trying to access through Connect. If you try to access without going through Connect, you will not be able to access. Okay, so I think on that point, is there anything else you would want us to add here, Dr. Linus?
I think you've covered that extremely well. It's worth just emphasizing that you use the 44cc only once. Okay. Yeah. Once you've used it the first time, make sure you remember the password that you're setting, because that is what you use the next time that you want to access the account. And if you have an issue with that, then maybe
CC is a once-off password. Yeah, the 44cc password is a once-off password. You cannot use it after that.
And also you need to have registered on Connect for you to be able to link to your old Swifin account. So it's very important that you need to have registered on Connect first.
Yeah, that means for now, what used to happen before is that people could access their account by typing a different URL to get into their account. But now, the only way you can access, if you find the URL for the actual account system and you try and access it via the public domain, it just would redirect you into Connect. So you must first access Connect in order to access the account. The reason for this is that we want to make sure that the Lumi is running within a closed loop, a closed system. while we are making all the arrangements that need to be made to interface with other institutions. So, and it will remain like that for the foreseeable future. So as part of the onboarding process, when we onboard a financial institution that wants to start trading the Lumi vis-a-vis other local currencies, they would have to come in to connect as well and link their account with the Lumi account before they can start offering services to the community members who might want to access local currencies. I'm just giving an example. I'm not saying that we have this at the moment, but that is an example of how a financial institution can come into the community and be able to participate in providing unique services to community members. Okay, we already
which we're very interested in doing.
Yes, very good. That's very good. Thanks, Richard. Having said that, we have now introduced a number of tiers, which I think it's important to go through, and these are transaction tiers for your account.
Dr. Linus, maybe we go through that after we go through registration, because that's the next thing on the agenda. Yeah.
Okay.
So
very good.
So after we've spoken, all of this is related to registration, to access, and all of that. So the next thing is registrations. Dr. Linus, you can go ahead with that.
All right. Let me. I'm going to share my screen now again, and hopefully it will be much smoother this time. This will stop. Okay, that's fine. And I'm just going to share this. That's Firefox. I don't want that. Sorry, I think I have too many things on my screen. Sorry.
Okay, are you connecting to?
Yes, I'm connecting. I'm struggling a little bit to share my screen. I'm not sure why, but just give me a second. One more time. I'll try one more time.
Okay, Saidi, please type in your message. I see your hand is up. For now, you can type in the chat box,
Your
and
screen is coming up, Doc.
Our support team will attend to whatever query you have.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen. Your screen is come up, it's white.
Okay, okay. All right. So I'm going to log out of here. So we actually, if you notice, if you have logged into your Swifin account, registration officially opens again today. So you can now start registering new members, but that means that it's only open to those who already have an account. You can register other people and the commission structures will remain just like we had before. Public registration would not be open just yet. We're going to see how things evolve with the new platform and how we're handling numbers and all that before we actually open up to the public. So if somebody wants an account, they would have to find somebody who already has an account and then register through them. I must emphasize that having said that, it's not an opportunity for people to start charging a fee to say that, the only way you can access an account is if you register through me, so pay me. No. What we are going to do, though, is we are also introducing certain tiered services, primarily for support, okay, to ensure that people get the support that they need and that we continue to ensure that there is a sustainable infrastructure to enable us to see this project all the way through to the point where we can begin to use Lumi to trade extensively across the community, and also potentially be able to exchange it with other currencies in due time. So that is important. And without the infrastructure that enables us to exchange Lumi and continue this journey, it would be very difficult for us to see the end of it. It is actually very expensive to run this infrastructure. And so we are introducing certain tiered services, which we hope will not hinder many people to continue to access. And so the registration process that I'm going to go through will be in line with that. So if I'm going to log out of here. Okay, so the first step of the registration process is to create an account on Connect. Now, if you already have an account on Connect, you just log in.
Dr. Linus,
are you sharing something?
Stop sharing and start sharing again, please?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so you're not seeing.
We are just seeing a
blank screen.
Yeah.
All right. Let me try again. Stop sharing. And then I'm going to start sharing again. Okay. Is that coming up for everybody?
Yeah, super.
So please, when you come to this page, as Brother Mbi said, don't use your Swifin ID and password here. It will not work. This has to be your Connect ID, your Connect credentials. So if I log into my Connect account, do I remember the username and password? Let's see. Okay, I think that's the one. Okay. Now, if you try and log in on this page and you face any problems, please just clear your cache, okay? Clear your cache and refresh and try again. That's all I can recommend. So once you log in, you can then be able to access your Swifin account. We've made it intentional that the only icon that is in red under this menu here that you see is for accessing your Swifin account. So you click that and it opens up the window where you now have to log into your Swifin account. Now, if you are using a mobile phone, then obviously that screen, this menu here on the left-hand side is not visible. And it might look somewhat like this. I'm going to see if I can mimic it. Okay. It might look like that. So now we've lost the menu on the left-hand side. To access that menu, you then need to click on your photo, which is on the top. And then there is this drop-down icon on the near your photo. You click on it. It releases that menu. It reveals that menu. Again, you click on that to access the interface to log into the Swifin account. Okay. When that comes up, this is already connected. That's because I'm already connected here, but I'm going to log out. I'm going to log out of there, and I will show you. So again, to log in, I'm going to log in. If I could log in. Okay, I think. Okay, so this is where you would log in. Okay, please, when you get here, because public registration is not available, you wouldn't be able to register here typically. But when public registration opens, that will be the button that you would click to register somebody else. Okay, so if I can log into my own account, so again, you put your Swifin ID at this point, and you put your username, and then you log in. When you log in, you see the first message that you see is this tiers that we now have. There is a starter plan. The starter plan is completely free, it's available to everybody, but there are some restrictions in terms of the daily amount that you can transfer. and that is 0.9 Lumi. Okay, for most people who are making small transactions, that is probably enough. But if you are not, if you're going to be making larger transactions than that, then you need to upgrade your plan to a monthly plan. And with the monthly plan, it is $9.99 per month. That increases the daily limit for AKL payments to $9.99. The minimum levels are the same. It is the most important thing to note here is that the transaction fees on this tier are completely zero, okay, free of charge. Now, what it means is because this was, because the stimulus distribution, for example, to individuals would mean that they would have amounts that are perhaps at a level where they can be able to access payments within this range without incurring any fees. But if you are using this for business transactions and to trade, then you might need to be able to make larger payments, and therefore you need the business plan. And the business plan is $29.99 per month. That will enable you to have the AKL payments daily limit increased to $999. I mean, that's a large amount if you put into context the actual.
Dr. Lino,
yes?
Your screen is frozen, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's because I'm not actually doing anything other than highlighting.
No, we can't. We can't see you where you logged in.
Still, yeah, you're still stuck on the registration page.
Oh,
it's very blur.
All right.
It's very blur as well. Can't see it.
Let me stop sharing and then I'll try again. It's sorry about
Truly,
that.
your internet today it's a bit shaky.
It's had sunstroke. We're not used to so much sun in the UK.
Oh, okay.
That's true. Oh yeah, we can see now.
Yeah, it's up now.
But and it's also blurred. Are you there?
Hello?
Okay.
Yeah, it's very, very blurred. You can't see it.
All right. I guess I could.
Maybe you can increase.
If I try and increase it, does it make any difference?
Yeah, I think it should, if you expand it.
Is that better? Or I can make it.
No,
it's getting a bit more blurred. So just carry on explaining. But for any, I think maybe just indicate where people can find it on their Swifin account. That would be helpful.
The moment,
so that,
okay. The moment you log in, that's the page that gets displayed. So everyone can go there and see it, okay? As intended, this is to continue to support businesses and to make sure that people who are using this to trade are making a small contribution to support part of the infrastructure costs, which are very, very, very excessive, I can tell you. So that's why we're introducing this. And transaction fees over the regular limit of 99. So any payment below 99 Lumi would continue to be completely free of charge. And then if you make a payment above 99 Lumi, then the standard fee would be applied to it, which is 2.5. And that fee will be payable in Lumi, of course.
So I think, Dr. Linus, what we may just need to qualify is the fact that 99 Lumi is not small. It's not small cash, right? It's not small cash because 6.9
$1.
Yeah, 6.9.
6.26 is 100 US dollars.
Yes, 6.26 is $100 US. So the threshold really, I think it's only a few people even are able to run that transaction if it's not a business on a daily basis.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So we're talking about equivalent amount of 1,500 US dollars, just to put that in context. So we don't think it will prohibit anybody from doing transactions. But all of this requires that you connect your account with a Connect ID, okay? You need to have a Connect ID. And the reason we need a Connect ID is because we're going to hook in a lot of other services that are all within Connect. Brother Mb mentioned that we need to look at Connect as a lobby in a hotel. And then you can have the liberty and the flexibility to go into any room once you're given the keys into that room. So for example, we have the exchange, which should open today. It wouldn't be open to the public. It will open to individual members, people who have this plan or the business plan or the premium plan. The reason for that is we don't want to open it up and have a floodgate of people registering from everywhere. It needs to be controlled initially, and therefore the opportunity is only going to be open to community members exclusively for now. Okay, so how do you, in terms of registration, if you go to brokering, so on the new platform, while I'm here, I can take the opportunity to mention it. Can you all see my screen? Is it moving? Or
we can see your screen. We can see your screen. You
can see me navigating through these menus?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So the home screen is just that. It's this information and this quick buttons. If you want to make a payment, you want to look at your account, you click on this, and that will take you to your account. You can look at your balances, you can look at your transaction records and transaction histories. If you want to make a payment, you would simply click that button and enter the Swifin ID or the name of the person who is receiving the payment and then submit the transaction. That's it. I can demonstrate that. So you click on pay. And then I know most people don't remember the Swifin ID, but you can enter the name. So can I take the name of somebody who has an account so we can see how that might work?
Pauline Martin.
Okay, so I'll just type Pauline Martin. And as soon as I type Pauline Martin, it should come up, right?
No E, yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
So the system picks up the number, but if I know Pauline's number, then I can also enter the number and the name will come up. So you need to make sure that one, the name matches the number. So you need these two pieces of information to complete a payment. So if I want to send, I think my account is currently restricted to the lower tier, which doesn't allow more than 0.9. I need to do I've done the subscription, but I need to upgrade it. So if I put 0.5, I put 0.5.
0.5.
And then I submit.
She's rich now.
Okay.
Yeah, she's got it.
Every time you do this, it will tell you that based on the plan that you're on, okay, it says that AKL individual payments. So this is for individual, this is an individual plan. You can see this. It says AKL payment individual. Now you can actually see the plan that you're on against the payment type or the transaction type. This one so can go up to 99, as you can see here. But it is subject to approval. So sorry, Pauline, if I click submit now, it wouldn't go through. And this is really because of the checks and balances that are in place to make sure that only people who have access to this can use it. But once the subscription is activated, this requirement for authorization gets removed automatically. So you click a button and it just goes, okay?
So I think it's also very important to mention that we've put this process in place because we also want to avoid a scenario where someone would get access, especially now that we are transitioning people onto this new platform. Someone will get access to another person's ID and then they want to go in and pull a fast one. So we need to make sure that we secure everyone's account so nobody's cent is missing from their account. I think that's a very, very important precision to make.
Yeah, that's very important. So if anyone thinks that they can use somebody else's ID and then suddenly make a transfer, not only are the transfers traceable and reversible, but in most cases now, they will have to go through some kind of check first before it goes through, just because we've opened it up that way. Now, most of you might be asking, but why did we do it like that? We did it like that because we are dealing with people in local communities, many of whom do not have access to email, many of whom were assisted by others to have their accounts set up. And therefore, if we imposed a rigorous process of saying that you can only access it by email, then many people will remain locked out. But we want everybody who can gain access to gain access in a very secure way. And so in the meantime, transactions are pretty much tracked and monitored very closely. Okay, so that is that for payments. So again, go back to homepage. Now, once you make a payment to somebody, you can access their profile, and you can make another payment, you can print your receipt, okay? If you go to personal, you can go to your personal profile, you can check your own messages, you can set up contacts and others. This has an internal communication system, which I would urge that it is used purely for transaction-related issues, but not above the need to support to put a ticket, because these messages are not being watched in the same way that support tickets are being watched, okay? So if you send a message to system, for example, it could, quite frankly, lie there for some time, and somebody might not pick it up and respond to it. So if you have something that is urgent, please create a support ticket, okay? You can search members, you can find other members, but the key thing really on registration is on that brokering, okay? This is where all the members that you have assigned to you, you would find them here under members. If you wanted to register a new member, then you would click on register. And if the account tier that you're on allows registration, then it gives you this window where you can fill in the basic information and then submit. Now, once you submit, you notice here that it's asking for a connect link. The connect link is the link to your connect profile, okay? And you get your connect link by clicking on your picture. So if I come in here, I can copy the link, copy link address. So I go to my picture, I right click, and I can copy the link address. If I do that, that would be my connect link, okay? And you will notice that it has my username. It's all the same, https://connect.swifin.com/profile/username. So this is my, my connect username. So what we are doing is simply attaching that connect username to this link. Now, why is that important? It is important because we are working within a closed community, and if somebody wants to do business with you and they want to look at your profile, they need to just be very quickly able to access that profile. And so this is why we are attaching this to your Swifin account. And everybody, every account now must have this as a point of reference for people that you're transacting with. And then you have the Connect ID. The Connect ID is different from the Connect username. There is a very important reason why we have all this. It's really just for security and other things that are all extremely important. So to access your Connect ID, you need to go under Pay, which is the Pay menu on the top of the screen. So to reveal that menu,
you go to the,
you click here and you go to Pay. Now, when you click Pay, please remember, we may move this Pay menu to under Shop, okay? But for now, it's visible here. So when you click Pay, you just scroll all the way down to the screen. You scroll all the way down and you see here Connect ID, and this is your Connect ID, okay? So you need to copy that and put it in your profile yourself, okay? Or, so what it means is that if you were creating an account for somebody and you haven't created a Connect account, then you wouldn't have this Connect ID to put. So that Connect ID is extremely important. And in the near future, there are a lot of services. You mentioned, you probably heard Richard mentioned there very quickly that they are ready to provide certain services to give people access to credit and others and other financial services because they have a partner bank that can provide that. But at the same time, what we're going to do is build accessing a lot of these services that are external to the community portal using your Connect ID, which is really your key that can allow you to access all these other services. So without that, you wouldn't be able to participate in a lot of this. And so most importantly, that's how you register somebody. You just go to brokering, you click register, and then you can fill the details in and then you submit. It's really as simple as that. But please make sure that they have a Connect account first so that you can have the Connect link and then you can have the Connect ID. Those are the two most important things. Now, at the moment, you notice that we are not asking people to provide a copy of their passport or this or that, because at the very lower tier level, which is with minimal transactions, as I showed you, that is the first tier, the starter tier, somebody can come in and they can really literally start transacting immediately, and it's not really an issue. But when you go into the other tiers, then you may be asked to provide your passport or your passport number or something like that. And then we are going to use third-party services to actually do the necessary checks, depending on what you're using your account for, just as a way of building up to ensure that when the time comes to interface with external financial institutions, that everything is there to enable you to access that without a problem. And so the third-party institutions may then rely on the fact that because you are on a particular tier, which requires certain checks to be made, that having your Connect ID should be sufficient for you to access the services that they need to give to community members. So that's important. So you see the registration form is therefore very simple, and that is now from today officially open so that we can start onboarding people again. Now, when somebody goes through this registration process, they are automatically put on the starter tier. And it's only when they consciously upgrade to another tier that we may ask them to provide any additional information which may be needed to ensure that that tier can be activated. Okay. Now, if you were to subscribe to any of the tiers, how would you do it? I'm sure that is a question that many people would be asking. So we have here the starter plan, the individual plan, and the business plan. So you'll go to the marketplace, which is the shop. And then once you are in the shop, that's one way of accessing it, but this is the best way to access it. So you just type plan, and then the number of plans that are available will come up. Okay. Of course, it will also show anything else that is in the shop with plan on it, like plantain, for example. Look, make sure you're looking at the right plan. These are the plans. So that's the individual plan, the business plan, and the premium plan. So there are only these three plans that are paid plans. The starter tier plan is completely free. And when somebody is setting up an account on Connect, they are automatically assigned the starter plan, okay? And you will see that on the membership. So if you go to your profile, you click on membership, then it will show you the current plan that you're on, which is the starter plan, this one. If you want to view other plans, then you can click on view all plans. And then you'll be able to see the details of the plans here. Now, if you select one of this, you can go through the process of paying for it here as well. But for now, please don't pay using this method, because I noticed this morning that maybe there is something that we still need to fix with this particular one. If you submit card details here to pay for this plan, it will take the payment, but it throws up an error for now, which we need to fix, and it doesn't allocate the actual plan that you've paid for. So don't use this. You need to go to the shop and type plan, and then select the plan you want from there, and I'll show you that now. So again, plan, search. If you're interested in the individual plan, you just click on sign up. Now, from here, you can then either continue shopping, or you can go to checkout. I'm going to remove that and just leave the individual plan on the cart. You need to scroll down. Update cart. I was wondering why I'm seeing subtotal 5. Subtotal. Okay. I see. That is the pro rata payment for the rest of the month. So okay, that's a pro rata payment for the rest of the month, and then from the 1st of July, it will be the regular monthly price, which is that. Now, if you have USX Connect tokens, and the prices of any product that you have on your shopping cart are in USX, or sorry, in US dollars, then you can pay directly with USX, okay? And in that case, when you click on proceed to checkout, you would have the option to select USX as a method of payment. Of course, after entering your details, you come in here, you see pay with USX. If you don't have any USX in your wallet, in your Connect wallet, or the amount of USX tokens that you have are not enough to cover the full amount that you need to pay, then you will not see this option. It simply will not be displayed, okay? But then you will have these 2 other options that are available. I have to say that the option of direct token transfer should be used when making payments for products and services on the marketplace, which are priced in local currencies, because then you can get a local currency token from a local currency token distributor in that country, and then use those tokens to buy the products by a direct token transfer. And a direct token transfer is actually quite simple. You would come here, place the order, sign up for the, pay for the product, and then you would use this window on your right here to make a direct token transfer. Can somebody give me their username? Let me show you how you make a direct token transfer from here. So this is like making a payment, cash on delivery when you order an item. Again, this is important. It's important because we want to create opportunities for people who are selling products and services in one region in a country to be able to sell to people that are remote from and far away from where they are. So they don't have to rely solely on coming and paying cash before the product can be delivered. And remember, these tokens are only available for the community, within the community, for the community. They cannot be used anywhere else outside. It's important that I emphasize that. So if I was paying for something in Nigeria and it was in NGX, then I would pick I'll pick NGX, which is equivalent to the local Nigerian Naira, and so forth. So we are building these tokens for all the countries across the globe so that community members can actually pay with these local tokens. Now, the most popular one that people would use would be the USX, okay? And that's why we have the option to pay for USX here. For example, when the exchange opens, you can pay USX into the exchange from Connect, again, from Connect. So you will buy your USX, and the USX can then be moved into the exchange, and you can use that within the exchange to trade and convert to other digital assets. Can I take a quick username for somebody? I think I have some AKX. I'll show you how to transfer.
Jasmine Rowe.
Somebody,
This is your Connect username now, okay?
Me?
Oh,
Who's
okay.
calling me?
No, I was putting
It's
you
on.
forward to just as a recipient.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's
Sister
check,
Ambassador
Check
Jasmine,
check on chat.
do you have
Yeah.
a Connect username?
Yeah.
Okay, what is it?
Jasmine 2063. Hold on, let me just double check. Oh my gosh.
Now with this, as you type, it can assist you and it will give you various options, right? But it's not the same as the account. This is meant for very quick transactions.
I can see Jasmine 2063.
Is
Yeah.
that the one?
Yeah.
Okay, so if that is the one, then I can click that. And then I put the amount. Now, I'm going to select AKX because I know that I have AKX, right? If I pick, for example, MWX, which I don't have, and I try to send, it will tell me that I don't have the balance, you see? Oops.
Oh, what about Ethiopian birr?
Ethiopian birr, what is the 3-letter code for Ethiopian birr? That would be...
Oh, sorry, I can't help you there.
BIR.
BIR, so that'll be BIX, okay? Here.
Yeah, that's it,
Yeah.
that's it.
So that'll be BIX. Now, why are we doing this? The reason we're doing this is that by the time we identify local financial institutions that can enable the conversion of the Lumi into a local currency, then the local financial institutions can take the Lumi, convert it into these tokens, and then trade the tokens to local customers. So that's one way that we hope that we can also introduce the use of the Lumi and the conversion of the Lumi via local regulated financial institutions using these tools.
Can you say that again? Can you say that again?
When we have a local financial institution that is able
In a
and willing
specific country,
in a specific country that is able, ready, and willing to trade these tokens, by that I mean sell the tokens to customers in their country and buy the tokens back from customers that are selling goods and services and give them local fiat, then that institution, the mechanism with which we will work with them would be for them to take the Lumi, hold it, and then use it as collateral against the creation of this token that they can then sell and distribute in the local market, okay? There is an article on the support portal on it. But for now, I'm not going to waste much time on it. I was going to just transfer some AKX. And the reason I want to use AKX is because AKX is our token equivalent of AKL. So if you notice that when you get rewarded on Connect, you're rewarded with AKX, but one AKX is one Lumi. And whenever you want to convert your AKX into Lumi, just say that, and the Lumi will be deposited into your Swifin account, okay? That conversion you can do. And also, if you want to transfer some Lumi into AKX so that you can use it on Connect to part pay for goods and services, then we can also facilitate that process now. But that'll go into AKX. I hope this works. So a quick transfer would be the amount, and then it's done. Now, Sister Jasmine, you should have received it. And one way to check it is you go to pay and look at your AKX transaction history, okay? Or you look at your AKX balance, all right? So here you go to pay.
But this doesn't have to be authorized like the other payment.
No, this
no,
is instant.
this is a quick payment. This is a quick payment.
Mm-hmm.
This is completely instant, okay? And the difference is that it is available in different tokens. These tokens can only be used here to access goods and services from people who are selling the goods and services on Connect. And how you get a local currency token, they are not available until where there is a local financial institution that can trade them, and then you can go there, deposit your money, and buy them from them.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
Okay. So I think
so that's a
Dr. Linus-
transaction on my own record, as you can see, to Jasmine Rowe.
Jasmine Rowe.
And it was one.
Dr. Linus, I think we need to move on now quickly because I think we've captured this element. There are two things or there's just one thing I wanted us to talk about. It has also come to our notice that a lot of people are still trying to access their Swifin account on the app. We have changed from the app to a PWA, right? And what that means is that you are now able, once you go, you put connect.swifin.com on your phone and you accept it on your phone, a pop-up would come on your screen to ask you if you want it to download on your phone. And it would be downloaded on your phone as a regular app on your phone. You would see the icon on your phone. The old app that would not work anymore. The reason we've done that is so that everything that we upgrade, everything that we bring into the ecosystem should immediately become available to everyone instantly. We don't need to go onto Play Store or to iOS to go and update it there before the people who are using the app can have it. If you remember when we had the app and we had the web portal, we always had a scenario where some of the tools that we would use, you would have them on the web and it would take some time before you can get it on the app. But with what we have done now, it's easy for everyone to have access to all the tools, either on mobile or on their computer. I just thought I should precise that. So no one should use their username and password to try and go into the app. Someone actually just made mention of it in the chat now, and I just remembered that, that's something that we have to bring some precision on.
Thank you so much. That's so important, and the app would actually be removed, so we would not have an app on either Play Store or iOS or now, if you are using a computer or even a mobile phone, there are two ways that the app gets displayed. For most people who go into Connect for the first time, you will see a window on the bottom of your screen. It might look somewhat like this with a red install button. So when you click on that, it actually installs the Swifin Connect app on your home screen on your phone. And the next time you access it.
Where is it, please? Where is it on here?
Okay, if you are using, if you want to force it to come up, you could go to these three dots.
So the three dots on the right? On the top right.
On the top right, yeah. But you need to be accessing this on a smartphone, of course.
On a smartphone.
Yeah, but I'm looking at laptop because you're using a laptop right now, so that's good for me.
Yeah, I don't have. You see, it doesn't come up automatically installed.
It will not come up. It will not come up. It will not come up on a laptop. If you are on a mobile phone, you look for these three dots that he has just clicked. It will show you an icon. It would ask you, do you want to install this on your phone? Once you click it, it's just going to go onto your phone. Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah.
So we've made it so easy. No need to go to Play Store, iOS, and try and download an app and all of that. There's no need for that anymore.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're actually looking at the progressive technology, and looking at how things are moving now, in the digital environment. The other thing that I wanted us just to quickly talk about is about the support. So we have noticed that a lot of people are still going through the wrong channels and then making, they keep saying, oh no, I'm trying to access, I can't access. And all of that is just because they are not paying attention to the information that we are sharing. Somehow we think that maybe we are trying to reduce the information to make it as simple as possible so that it's easily understood by everyone. But we still see that people are making a lot of mistakes. Simple if you are not, if anyone is struggling and there's anything that you are not understanding or you are not getting, please just go on to help. And all of us who are back in the back end will be able to help you and guide you as to how you can access, the different portals that we have available.
Yeah, and most importantly, before you go to, before you open a ticket, you go through the documentation, or you just search for whatever you're looking for. You may find what you're looking for before you even raise a ticket.
Get there. Yeah. Okay.
And it's easy to see what you want because you can just type and do a quick search, and the most closest or relevant documents would come up, and you just click, and then it opens. But if you can't find what you need, and there is a lot of information here, some actually also includes videos and all that, and we will continue to improve it and enhance it. So the moment we find that there is a particular area where the community is having difficulty, we would create a document to try and solve that particular problem. You can be sure of that. And so this library will be changing all the time, and we'll be having more and more content added to it to enhance the knowledge base. But if you can't find what you need, then you post a ticket. Now, this is where the tiered plans become relevant. If you have any of the paid plans, the individual, business, or premium, then you can submit as many tickets as you want. If you just, if you have the free tier, and you just want to use the services completely for free forever, and you don't have a need to make any payment on a daily basis that exceeds 0.9 Lumi, then you can pay for support as you go along, because there are bodies and there is infrastructure that we need to put together to manage the whole process of providing support to make sure that people get what they need. And so you'll come in here and click tickets, and then from this screen, you should be able to post a ticket, okay? Now, I am the one logged in, so I have admin access. So what you are seeing on the screen may not be exactly what you will see when you log in, because I have access to other tickets that have been posted, so we can respond to them. And we have a large team of support members who are working tirelessly around the clock, trying to assist members of our communities to make sure that they're making the most of the tools and the resources that we are increasingly introducing here. So without a paid plan, there will be a scenario whereby you'd have to buy USX tokens, and then the moment you click on create a new ticket, then a certain amount of USX tokens might then be deducted automatically from your USX wallet. And if you don't have that, then you may be restricted from being able to post a ticket, in which case you can go and read, you can call a friend, and so forth. But all of these are really designed to help us organize the community better so that we can prepare ourselves to serve even more people and to reach people from far and wide, creating opportunities for everyone. Because if we can bring 1.3 billion people together to do business with one another, that would be a very large market, bigger than you might have in many countries. Okay, so when you click on create ticket, you simply fill in the details that you need. It will automatically capture your name, your email address, and so forth. Just put a subject, a short description of and a short description of your problem. Try and provide as much information as possible to help the person who would be attending to your ticket to actually assist you. So for example, instead of just saying, I can't log in, because, okay, where are you trying to log in? What service are you trying to access? I can't log in would not help somebody to help you better. But if you say, I have tried to access connect.com and I've gone into the login screen and I've put this username and my password and I can't log in, then they will be able to see immediately, one, whether you are using the right username on the right URL, or whether you should be going somewhere else to access another service, okay? If you have a screenshot or you have documents that you need to attach, you can attach a file to your ticket so that people can see exactly what your problem is. These days, on most smartphones, you can take a screenshot. So if you're having a problem, right there where you have the problem, take a screenshot and then share that screenshot here as an attachment so that the support team can actually see what it is that you are experiencing. That way, they'll be able to serve you much quicker and resolve your problem more quickly. Where possible, you might want to pick a category for your problem. Is it about a payment? Is it about a balance transfer? Is it about a password? Is it about an order you've made either from the hypermarket or the online shop and so forth? Is it about registration? Again, it just helps to pinpoint the issue. And then you submit the ticket. Once you submit the ticket, it will be immediately and instantly available to, over 60 people at the very least. And we're going to get that number to about 200, like before the end of this month. Okay. And then just wait for your response. That's really it. So just to summarize on registration, first, you need to create an account on Connect. Once you are in Connect, some people sometimes ask, but how do you get out? How do you log out? You can use this power button here on the left if you're on a laptop. If not, you can click your picture. Oops, sorry, I've clicked my picture and it's going to take me now to my profile. But if you click your picture here once, it should reveal the menu. It reveals that and your notifications. And then you just click here to log out. But before I log out, there's something quite important which I want to share, which many people may not be aware of, and that is the chat. This is important because if you want to trade with people, you need to be able to communicate with them. And so this chat here is actually very powerful. You can see the support team has a collective group, for example, that we can exchange messages on. But other people, you can communicate here with other people. The one thing I want to say is it also has the ability for you to actually place calls. Okay, so if I want to talk to Brother B, I don't actually need to leave Connect at all. I would go in, I would dial him, he would pick up, we would talk, I would hang up, and so forth. If we want to do a video call, again, it's the same thing. You can do a video call right from here. Okay, so that's me. If he picks up on the other side, we can simply have a video conference right here without moving an inch. Okay? But many people may not have been aware that these facilities are here. And they are here to provide support.
Thank you for that, Brother Lannis. Sorry, just want to ask, can you reverse that? Can you reverse the screen when you're on that video call so you can see the person's screen?
Oh, so
if you was assisting somebody and you did a video call, could you reverse that? Could you reverse that screen? So right now I could see you.
Yes, yes, you can. And one of the things we're thinking about is that if you wanted to check somebody's passport, then you can have a video call and then you can say, this is important for the support team. And then you can say, okay, where is your passport? Show me your passport, and they can show you on the screen. You can check that the number is in fact correct and so forth. So we are introducing all these tools in order to enhance the experience of being able to provide support. And if you want to get out of this large screen, you just minimize it from here and it goes back into this window inside this. Or you can access the same thing by just messages on this on this, the quick messages on here, friends, groups, and so forth. I'm sure many people are not aware of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I hope everyone can see.
That's Brother Sevius trying to call me.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. So
yeah,
that's how that works.
So all of this, as Dr. Linus is saying, is meant for us to help, members of the community within the ecosystem to benefit from all the things that we are putting in place. I think we'll just move quickly through now, Dr. Linus, to the exchange.
All right. Okay. The exchange.
Really quickly, I think we have dragged a little bit longer than planned, but this whole explanation on access and usernames, passwords, and all of that is very, very valuable to every member of the community. And for a lot of the people in the meeting are leaders, and they are also going to be able to share the information with members of the community.
Excellent. Okay. Just one more thing before I leave this page.
So,
there is the option where goods and services are priced. Obviously, the platform currency is USD or USX tokens. But if you are in any country, you can select your local currency and it will automatically translate all the prices to the currency that you select. Okay, that's important. And you can actually pay in these prices, or at least send the relevant tokens for the underlying currency. I just thought I'd show that. Now on the exchange, typically to access the exchange, for now, you go and as we've said, the exchange will not be open to the general public yet. There's just one or two things that still needs to be updated on it. Some of the logos need to change and all that. But once that's done, then as a typical customer, a customer should be able to log in if you have access. So we're going to open this up today to those that have a plan, either the individual plan or the individual plan, the business plan, or the premium plan. All right, this is admin access. So I'm going to get out of here. Let me log out. And then I'll just try and access as a typical user so that we can see what it looks like on the front end. We've been testing this for a long time, but that doesn't mean that when you get in for the first time, you might not find an issue. But if you do, please just report it and we will deal with it. We will make sure that it is resolved as quickly as possible. But obviously, it's not been open to a large number of people. And that's why we want gradual access. We want people to access this slowly.
In a measured fashion.
Yeah. So there are a number of things people can swap their digital assets. You can look at swapping with different Forex. You can have a look at market analysis. I think I've gone through this before, where if you wanted to get some information on how Bitcoin is doing today, you can simply click that, you'll see what is going on. And you can do that for any of the underlying assets. If you wanted a quick search, is there any currency, any cryptocurrency anybody is interested in? I can do a quick search to see if it's there. Ethereum, that's okay. It's the second
Ethereum
one.
is there, that's it. The second
but of
one
course, you have different versions of Ethereum, depending on whether it's the Ethereum Classic or which one you're interested in. But if it's Ethereum, then of course you select that, and I'll give you that information. Any other one from anybody? I'll search one more. Anybody knows any particular tokens that they want to see? This is connected to some of the major exchanges. So we have access to thousands, literally thousands of cryptocurrency assets.
Someone is saying MOF.
MOS.
MOF. F
Oh,
for
MOF.
Freddy. Yeah.
Nope. I can't find that one. All right.
Hello.
Okay. Now, this
Someone is
section
trying to-
here, this section here will allow the exchange to offer tokens.
There's Litecoin.
I can't hear that very clearly at all.
Somebody's this thing is making such a noise. I'm trying to see who it is, but I can't see it. But I think everyone is muted. It's fine. Let's move on. I think let's move on from there.
All right, token offers, where there are tokens that are going through initial token offering, the exchange may be able to support members of the community that are aspiring to launch their own tokens. And we can have those listed here as initial token offerings. Where they are available, then you will just be able to click the one that you want to participate in and participate in when they are available and listed. And then you have staking possibilities where you can take any tokens you want and put them aside in order to guarantee a certain return on that for a given defined period, for example. But the key thing most people might need this for is really just to manage the wallets for their different crypto assets or digital assets. And so we have two types of wallets typically. It's either a funding wallet. A funding wallet is one where you can put money in through the exchange itself. So if you wanted to buy something from, and as a member service provider for Connect, then if you had USX tokens on Connect, that could be used to access community services. And remember, you can only use these tokens to access community services. Then those tokens can be transferred into the exchange and you can get USDT, which is the equivalent of US dollar in a crypto, which you can then place here and trade with it, okay? And so to do that, you would specifically select the wallet that you want to fund. In this case, is that particular one, and you would click on deposit. And where there are various deposit options available, those will be listed. So for now, we have activated the ability to upload or to fund your wallet using a USX token, okay? So if you want to put in more than 10 USX tokens, then you would use this. If it's more than 50, then you would use that. If it's just over one, just because you want to try, you would use this, okay? But they all work in exactly the same way. And the instruction is that you would click here on deposit. You would specify the amount. If you wanted to deposit 100, you would put 100. And then you would submit. And at this point, it would tell you what the equivalent fees are for processing the deposit. In this case, it's $11 US charge. So you would need to transfer $111 US. And the conversion rate here, of course, is $1 US is 1 USX. So if you have 1 USX token on Connect, then that is counted as the equivalent of $1 US, and you can transfer that straight into the exchange, no problem. When you click on pay, then you receive a set of instructions on what you need to do in order to access this. Again, it is important to emphasize, if you are not a member of the community, you cannot do this. This is only available to members of the community. So you need a Connect account to be able to do this. And here you have the instructions very clearly. You have requested $100 US. Please pay 111 USX for successful payment. And you have the instructions. I know sometimes we want to move very quickly, so please read instructions carefully. And it says here that this is a two-part process. You need to submit this ticket first to generate a transaction ID. And once that transaction ID is generated, you need to go into Connect and make a direct token transfer. Just like I showed you before, when I made a transfer to Ambassador Jasmine. So in that particular case, you will select USX as a token. You must have the balance, of course. If you don't have it and you want to buy it, you just buy USX tokens and then transfer the USX tokens in this particular way. You put your first name so that the transaction can be tracked and identified. Okay, and then you put your Connect ID. Okay, remember the Connect ID because that is unique. And as I said, that is the ID that will give you access. It's like your pass to getting access to other community services that are being put together. Now, when you put your ID here, then you submit. Let's say that the ID is this, but please don't put any wrong ID because
it's not going to work on the other side.
Work on the other side. Okay, if you do this, the transaction will either get delayed or it could get lost in the ether.
So that's your 32 digits, is correct?
That is your 32-digit Connect ID. Yes, you just copy and put it here. Or, I mean, we can make it simpler so that because it's easier for people to remember their username. So maybe we make that the username because that's still
if you see
profile.
If you see that particular transaction would sit here and it needs to be tracked and checked. And then when you do the transaction on that side, it will pick up whether it's the right transaction that has taken place and whether the details that you inputted were correct.
So that is your transaction ID, which is generated for that particular pending transaction. You need to copy that. And when you're doing your transfer, your direct token transfer on Connect, please just make sure you put that where it says message. Where it says message, you just paste that there. Why didn't I copy it successfully? Let me try again. Copy. And then you come in here, you would paste it. Okay. And then this is going to be going to the exchange. So Brother B, I think the exchange will need to set up an ID or a reference on Connect, which would then be, for example.
Yeah, there has to be a reference, which goes back into the exchange. All right.
This is blockchain tech, right?
Yeah.
So it may look like this, blockchain tech. The account is not there now, so nothing will show up. Okay.
Just as an alert, the exchange goes on midnight today.
Tonight.
Okay, midnight.
Okay. So the amount was 100.
Well, it actually depends on where you are, which when your midnight is.
Yeah, I wanted to state that.
But use midnight London.
Okay.
So which is 1 hour behind.
And so you'll make sure you select USX. Okay. You've got your code, you've got the amount, you've got blockchain tech. That is the exchange. Is going to be branded blockchain tech, based and regulated within continental Africa. It's important to emphasize that. And then click on transfer. This will be instant, and then it will be checked, and the equivalent amount will then be credited by the exchange onto your account in USX. Okay. So please be patient. If you do this and it doesn't get to your account instantly, and it stays in the pending state, just be patient. If you think it's taking too long, then you can come into Connect and post a ticket.
Well, we don't anticipate that's going to be too long. The idea is that the transactions would take between 3 to 12 hours. So we're just looking at a time range of 3 to 12 hours. It just depends on how much and what the traffic looks like and all of that. So 3 to 12 hours, the transaction should go through. On other exchanges where we trade at the moment, sometimes you have to wait 24, 48 hours. But we are trying to see how we can make it not to go beyond 24 hours. Yeah. Okay.
It's most likely that it will be done much quicker than that.
Yeah.
But we have to be realistic. In terms
and then, we are also going to be, we are managing it in a way that people do not lose their assets. Yeah. In a way that people do not lose their assets.
So once that transaction is approved, then it will sit in your wallet. And remember, we said we had the funding wallet and the trading wallet. At that point, you can then move it from your funding wallet into your trading wallet. Okay, and again, that may be subject to a process or a minor delay for it to happen. But when you're moving from your trading wallet back into your funding wallet, it's quick, it's instant. Okay.
Yeah.
And I will show you that. So in this particular,
because that's internal.
Yeah, because that's internal. That's you're transferring from your own account, which is a risky account because it's a trading account, into a save account, and so there's really no problem. This just holds the value. So you would select funding wallet, trading wallet, and then you would select your the wallet that you want to transfer in, and then you click on transfer. I have 7. I can transfer 5. So if I click 5 and I transfer, that should be everything permitting, everything working well. It should be instant. Okay, that one should be instant. I've transferred 5, so there is 2.6 left. You can see that it's changed. Okay, and then here I should now have 10 because I think I had 5 before. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah.
But in any case, you'll be able to see the history of the transactions here. That is the 5 that was just transferred, and that is it completed. The 100, which is the funding that is coming into your USDT wallet, it's pending. That is still being processed. And it's still pending because you have not actually you may not have initiated a transfer from Connect. Okay. Now, the question people might ask is, but what if I don't have USX? And when the exchange opens tonight and you want to subscribe or you want to just try it out, what you need to do is you need USX because you can only transfer in USX. And when you have USX on the exchange, the USX can be transferred back into the community portal, which is Connect. And then from there, you can access goods and services from participating members of the community. We're also going to have some off-ramping partners that can help you to transfer take your USX and transfer it into a bank account, for example, or onto a credit card. Okay, these are all things that are possible that we are working in the background on, but we're not going to give too much detail on it at this stage. So how do you get USX? You go to the shop. Everything is here. Everything is in one place. And when you are in the shop, you type USX, and some USX tokens will come up. Please make sure you're buying the correct one. The straight USX tokens give you value for value, whereas the Kumbo tokens may give you less USX, but give you other digital assets.
Yeah.
Remember when we wanted to do the N. Richards project, where you would have paid 280 and got some USX tokens, not exactly 280, maybe 200 or so, and then you could use 200 to pay a groceries supplier in order to get access to groceries. But you could then get some digital tokens that could be worth more than the balance of 80 as a combo. Okay, so please make sure you're buying the correct one. So if you wanted 5 USX, you'd simply just add this to your shopping cart. I'll add that to my shopping cart. And then please, when you're doing this, make sure that the currency is US dollars, okay? Because we haven't, the value that you have in your Connect wallet for the purpose of paying for goods and services on Connect, that value is always in USX and it's not translated into a local currency equivalent. Okay, so just make sure that you're using US dollars. You can check out at this point. There are 2 items that I have there. I'll remove one. Let's see. Okay, so again, you provide the information that you need. Now, of course, because I have some USX in my account, which has a value which is greater than what I'm trying to buy, it's asking me if I want to pay with USX. But why would you do that?
Yeah.
Because it's not going to improve or change your situation, right? But if you don't have USX, then you wouldn't get this option anyway. But if you have USX, you can use it on the exchange, not on the exchange, but on the Connect portal to buy goods and services from merchants who are supplying these goods and services. So the option that you would choose would most likely be to pay with your bank card, for example. And so you come in here, put your details and submit, and you get your USX tokens. That would then be, that will
allocated.
go, the funds received will go straight into the underlying exchange that we're partnered with in USX, so that if you ever wanted to take the USX out, the USDT out and transfer it to another exchange, you will be able to do that. Okay. I don't see a scenario where you use a direct token transfer unless the exchange managers decide that, you know, they want to accept that, in which case you can do, instead of going through the process of doing this, if you already have USX, they might say, okay, a direct transfer, please remember, is similar to doing this. So you'd come in here, you'd type the exchange name, you'd put the amount, you'd select USX, and you'd click submit. You'd put your reference number there and submit. So that is a direct transfer. Same thing. Okay.
All right. So guys, that as we've said, midnight today, London time, the exchange will be open to people who have individual plans, business plan, and the premium plan. So the one very key thing that we want to mention here is that as we are building and going, we are learning so many lessons. And some of these lessons are that there are certain things that for example, you would notice that the exchange is standing side by side with Connect. We initially had wanted to build the exchange inside Connect, but there are certain things that are forcing us to have to build it on the side of Connect. So when we are doing that, don't start asking yourself, but why is it all over the place? There's method in the madness. There's method in the madness, and it would all be revealed as we go down the road. At some point, you'll start seeing how everything would converge, right? At this point, I will just take a few minutes to talk about the hyperlocal market and the medical platform, right, Dr. Linus?
Yes. Yeah.
Anything else on your side there?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. So I think maybe let me start first with the medical platform or the hyperlocal market. What we had initially wanted to do was to have all of this under one platform, but from the discussions that we've had, people's medical records are very sensitive. So we decided to basically have this as two separate platforms. But as we progress and we go forward, you would see that all of this would start converging. And the tokens that Dr. Linus has been hammering upon at the end now are going to be very, very valuable assets on all these platforms across the board, right? So firstly, let me see, where are we? I'm showing you.
If I may ask, if is Brother Martin here?
Is Martin there? Because we set up Martin earlier.
Unless he a different name. Okay, let me check. Let me check with him on WhatsApp.
Okay. So let me start off with the medical platform. So what we have here is a platform where we have medical services that can be provided from a distance to anyone, anywhere on the continent, and even beyond the continent. Yeah. Sorry, I'm going out completely. Can you see my screen?
I cannot see your screen.
Okay, I'm not sharing yet. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen now. So share my screen just for a moment, if I can go in there. I'm starting off with the medical platform. So the idea behind this is that, you know, for all of us who are members of this community, if you know of a doctor in your neighborhood, in your community that you think is a doctor that will be able to provide medical services to members of our community, approach them and get them registered on the platform as a medical expert. It doesn't matter which country they are, whether they are in the US, in Germany, in Spain, in Jamaica, in Canada, in South Africa, in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Burkina Faso, in Senegal, in Mali, in Cote d'Ivoire, whichever country, Zimbabwe. Go to the medical doctor, discuss with them, engage with them, and get them to come on board and be part of this movement so that, someone is doing something.
Please mute, please mute them. Please mute them.
Okay. Manage them for us, Dr. Servius.
Okay,
thank you. Thank you. So get.
Okay, you can unmute yourself. Just unmute yourself.
Yeah. So get them to come on board as a medical, as part of the medical panel on the platform. What we have put in place is that anyone who identifies a doctor and gets them registered on the platform, the first service that the doctor performs, you become the agent for that doctor for their first service. The first service the doctor performs, you would get a percentage of the fee that will be paid, right? I must hasten to mention here that just before I get there, so it's very, very simple. The way the platform is set up, very simple, very quick. When you get onto the platform, elive360health.com, you can register as a customer, right? A customer is someone who would want to maybe access medical services remotely. So basically you go on your phone, you search the doctor or the specialist you want, and you book their service, or you get an emergency consult, right? And then to get a medical doctor, or because we are starting first with the top tier, so only medical doctors first, but we are going to go down with registered nurses. So medical doctors, nutritionists, psychologists, occupational therapists, optometrists, dentists, and all of that. All those kind of doctors, the platform is open now for them to register. All you need to do is click here to join as an expert. I'll just show you quickly. Yeah, to join as an, oh, come on. What is it? Where is it taking me? Sign up, rather. So you go to sign up, and you to join as an expert, they click there. It will take them, this is the admin portal, so it's not going to take me to the sign up. It will take them to a very, very basic registration page, which they will put their details. They would attach their certificates. They will attach their annual registration where in whichever country they are, and they will put in a bio of themselves. When we get that information, we cross-check with the medical board of the country where they are registered. And once we have confirmed, then we make them available to the community. Yeah. And then for community members who want to access these medical services, we have different types of products in there. You have an emergency consult, which is a once-off. You just want to see a doctor quickly. You go on there, you click, you book the doctor, you select the doctor, and you go straight, and one of the doctors will pick up your request, right? We also have packages which go from, packages which are monthly packages that you can take. You take a monthly package, it will give you a certain number of consults every month, right? In addition to that, we have a medical coverage for emergency medical evacuations. These emergency medical evacuations are valued to up to $1 million of a cover, and we have about 3,200 hospitals around the world that our members who have that package can be evacuated to from whichever country they are. The only twist here is that there are 2 countries that are not part of the hospital network, the 3,200 hospital network. The 2 countries is the US and Canada. So there's no evacuation that can go to the US. There's no evacuation that can go to Canada. But every other country, we have hospitals that are part of the program. Yeah, and the coverage is about $1 million. So for anyone who wants to be part of this, you just need to communicate with us, and once you have a medical doctor you want to register, we would link you with that, and we'll put you on to the system as an agent, and then you'll be able to get part of their first service on the medical platform. So it's very, very simple. The first part of it is for the medical professionals. 3 steps. They register. They can go in and check the bookings to see which bookings are available. They can go in and create or modify their profile and make their profiles so that their profiles can be available to the public, for the public to see. Yeah. And then for community members, for anyone who wants to book a medical service, to book a doctor, you come in, you have to register as well. If you don't want to register there, you can go up here and sign up as a customer. And then you go in, you select one of the panel members, the medical panel members, and then you can consult. Very, very simple. 3 quick steps at every instance, right? So that is it with the medical platform. Any questions related to it? You send us messages. You send requests. You send what do you call it? You send us messages related to anything that you would want to know. And if you have a doctor within your community, doctors that you know, a group of doctors, you can also reach out to them and share with them the possibility to be able to help people in our community around the continent and in the diaspora. we don't even want to look at the ratio that we have in some countries, ratio of doctors to to the population that each doctor has to take care of. The ratios are scary, which makes it very difficult for people to be able to access quality medical professionals and quality doctors around the continent. We did a small discussion the other day, and even from our survey, it shows that the average time within the continent to be able to leave your home and get to a hospital and see a doctor is between 4.5 and 5 hours. Just imagine you leave your house at 8. It means that on average, you will be seeing a doctor somewhere around midday to 1 o'clock, right? And that is not good enough. What we are trying to do here is to create a scenario where we can have quality medical professionals from everywhere in the world, especially our African doctors who are performing real miracles in some of the Western countries, to be able to contribute back into the continent and support families and our communities with the skills that they've acquired out there in the world, right? Okay, so that is it on the medical platform. The next one is the hyperlocal market. The hyperlocal market. So we have this hyperlocal market as well that we've set up, where everyone and anyone has the possibility within your community, within your country, to register businesses onto this hyperlocal market and earn from the registrations that you make, right? So we have a number of categories already set up, but when you become part of the agent network, we already had about 160 people who have requested to be part of the merchant agent network to support the merchants to set them up in the hyperlocal market, and we are still looking for more. So any people, anyone who is interested to be part of that agent network as well, you can communicate with us. We shared the details in the last meeting. We already had a first session where most of the agents, for some reason, missed the training. So we will organizing another training in the next few days. We'll share the details via email again for all the agents who have registered, who have sent their details to, and they have already been set up as agents on the system. Would have a training with them to show them how to onboard the merchant. So we have already a number of categories. We have the grocery, we have clothing, we have electronics, pharmacy. So if you know of a pharmacy, we would have put the pharmacy on the medical platform, but we think that it's necessary for us to have it in the hyperlocal market, right? So if you know your local pharmacy, you go, you have a discussion with them, and we onboard them so that our community members are able to access their products from wherever they are. The beauty also about the platform is that we have an instant delivery mechanism that is built in. So when anybody who orders any products on the platform, you are able to execute a delivery as well. I will just pause here when I talk about the delivery to say that there is also an opportunity for anyone within any country who wants to set up a delivery business to contact us, right? The tool we have for delivery can help anybody who wants to set up a delivery business within a country, a digital delivery business, from using from motorbikes right up to trucks, right? Anyone who wants to set up a delivery business, please reach out to us so that we can have a discussion and give you a vision of what we see, and you can share with us what you think, and we'll see how we can set it up in that country, right? So we have all these categories here: clothing, grocery, clothing, electronics, pharmacy.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Is someone
No,
saying they
because
can't hear me?
no, he's correct, because there's people with their mics open and it's causing a horrible feedback.
There's something like a radio playing in the back. I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, you can unmute now.
It's off now.
Thank you.
So we have all this, these categories, you know, handyman services. So here you are able to list plumbers, electricians, any kind of handyman that you need in your home, and you book them. You are able to track them on the mapping as they come to your home to do the service. We have jewelry, we have transportation, where, you know, as I said, from motorbikes right up to trucks. We were actually engaging with one of the partners that we've been having other engagements with over the last few years. And today we actually found out he has trucks, or one truck, I'm not very sure, which we are now going to set up as part of the delivery mechanisms that we have on the platform. And then utility services, gifts, you can create a gift for somebody and deliver it through that specific channel. Agro products and equipment, bookings, electronics, beauty and personal care, sports and athleisure, kitchen, all of that, even down to restaurants. If you see restaurants in your community that want to either have people to book their tables and come and sit there, or have their meals delivered to people's homes, we can also onboard them as merchants, right? And then vitamins and supplements, automotive parts, all of that. So when our members or the agents who are part of this network, when they engage and they start onboarding merchants, if there is a category that you don't see here, you let us know, we will provision it, okay? For the customer, this is my own page, right? For the customer, you have a whole range of things here, right? You have a whole lot of possibilities here. You can actually create a wish list for things that you want to buy in the future. You can check out your orders here, whether it's orders that need to be delivered and where are they, and you'll get the details on there. You can refer other people and earn. When you go to that, you would have you would have a code that you can share with the person that you refer, and then you are able to earn something. You are able to earn based on your referral. I think it's about 5% discount on your next order or something, I'm not sure. And then there are also loyalty points for people as you order, as you buy on the hyperlocal market. Those are the terms and conditions for the loyalty points. And then we also have a wallet here, where this wallet is definitely empty because it's my wallet. You can see there's zero balance. And then you can also do a gift card for anyone and send it to them by email. So just a simple example, let's say I want to send a gift card to Dr. Linus. I'll just do this, okay? And I want to send him a $100 gift card or $1,000 gift card. No, I don't, that's too much for him. $100 is enough. And then I will put his email address here. I'll put a bit of a message here. Once I submit, he receives it by email and he's able to use the gift card and shop, right? Yeah. Something very, very important that we are also putting in place is that for those of you who you may know or you may not know, the African Continental Free Trade Area is actually being operationalized at the moment. There are a few delays, but we are setting this up to become one of the major players within the African Continental Free Trade Area in terms of, and helping the merchants and community members who are part of this to benefit from the rules of origin. The rules of origin under the African Continental Free Trade Area stipulate that any products that are manufactured, that are produced on the continent can move in, so products and services can move on the continent tariff-free, right? And then if it's not produced on the continent, there's also levels of beneficiation that can, or levels of assembly that needs to be done on the continent, at least a minimum of 40% of putting together any of the products that is done on the continent, and then there's some level of benefit that you are going to enjoy under the African Continental Free Trade Area. So we are putting all of this in place so that our community members and everyone who is a participant in our community will be able to benefit from it. So you know, when you register, to register as a member, you just go in, you just come, you just follow the link, and you go in and you register. To be for a merchant, the merchant just goes there, they click, and it opens up the registration page. That's it, and then they can start their registration from there. So very, very simple, very sleek, very clean. Very, everyone can go in and execute a registration, either as a merchant or as a customer. I want to precise here, we had a meeting, I think it was yesterday or the day before, and someone asked a question which I think we need to be very, very honest with ourselves. One of the things that we are very aware of is that we don't produce many things, right? We don't produce many things, so we have to, we have to depend on products that are produced from out of the continent. But this platform is here, and we are ready to accommodate people within the continent and in the diaspora who have produced things to be able to bring their produce or their products to the marketplace. Yeah. So I think we'll wrap up here. I don't know, Brother Servius, anything on your side? I just thought, we should go through this last two elements.
No, I think we've said it all. Maybe a quick, glance on. I don't know if there is any. Oh, okay. Karen, you asked.
We're not hearing you, Servius. To Servius.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, you're very low.
Just hold on. Stop. Okay, now that's fine. Can you hear me now? I think it's clearer now. Yeah, I was saying, Karen, you were asking about Jamaica. For Jamaica, you can contact me, and then we can have a discussion on what you want to offer on the platform. And then others who may have their services, you can raise a ticket. I see there's someone here from Zimbabwe. You can contact us through the ticketing system, Ephraim. I just said you can raise a ticket. I think that's all. And then Kumisi, you're saying for delivery business, who to contact? Please raise a ticket, and then we'll get in touch with you. Thank you.
Okay. I see there are 3 hands up. Should we take these 3 and we use that as our closing?
All right. Yes, please.
Okay. So we start with Brother Patrick. Unmute yourself, please.
Thank you, sir. My first question relates to subscription fees. Dr. Linus mentioned that if you want to subscribe, you go through the shop, and he was talking about the token, using the token payment. He didn't quite explain about if I don't have AKX on my Connect, and if I want to use my bank card, is that option working?
Yes, it is working.
Yes, in fact, you can only buy USX direct with your bank, with your banker, unless you already have USX in your in your Connect wallet, in which case you can do a direct transfer of that USX.
Oh, okay, meaning that the subscription fee is only paid by USX.
The subscription fee, yes, is the equivalent of USX, but you buy it directly with your bank card.
Okay, and now the second question is with regards to the AKL in our Swifin account. How do we get it to connect?
With that, for the moment, because we haven't integrated the two wallets directly, and there is no immediate reason to per se.
Because you can transact on the one side and you can transact on the other as well.
Yes.
Right? Directly.
So just post a ticket.
Post a ticket and we would see that there is a way that we can move, because I get your question. Your question is, if you need to use some of the AKL that you have in your account.
Yes, in order to have AKX.
On Connect. Yes,
yes,
so that you can get AKX, So just put a ticket on the system, because it also helps to build the library of information that we can use to help everyone else. Post a ticket there, and then we'll take it up from there.
Okay, thank you.
The next person is Akiro, God's gift.
Yeah, good evening from Nigeria.
Yes. Sorry, please try to keep the question a bit short.
It's a very simple question. First of all, I want to tender my apology that I could not attend the first meeting, and the reason being that I am not too familiar with this country code time.
Okay.
Now, secondly, I want to know.
Sorry. On the country code, you can just check on the internet. You just type on the internet, and it will show if you just want to check quickly. Just.
All right. No
just
problem.
Google time. Just say time. Yeah. Just put the time and maybe a location, and it will give you the exact time for the location that you want to connect from.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for that. And secondly, I want to know do we have any Nigeria representative that we can kind of connect one-on-one so that we can get more information about all of this?
We have a few people who are representatives in Nigeria. You can reach out to Dr. Prince. Dr. Prince, are you in the house?
No, he's just failing to connect. But he was in
Dr.
earlier
Prince
on.
is one of the leaders in Nigeria. We also have
let me post his number
leaders in Nigeria, but you would reach
out
to
please.
I
would like to have this.
What you should do, what you should do, put a ticket and he will pick it up because he's on the support.
All
right. Put a ticket there that you want to connect with Dr. Prince. He will pick it up. Yeah.
Dr. Prince, right? All right.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
And also the interactive, the post section on Connect actually is very useful. If you want to make a quick inquiry, who is out here, I'm in Nigeria, interested in talking to a few people, ABC. Somebody will respond. I mean, it's that quick. People will respond.
Yeah. So who has a better understanding of this aspect? There's always somebody who has a better understanding in the community. But Dr. Prince is on the support team. If once you put a ticket and you say you want to talk to Dr. Prince, he's going to reach out to you. All right, the next person is Ndlovu. You are on now, Ndlovu. Is he there? He's gone. Okay. We have Tieno Abdurrahman. Tieno.
Oui, bonsoir. Je peux parler en français, s'il vous plaît?
Bonsoir. Oui, tu peux parler en français. Allez-y.
Ok, s'il vous plaît, ma question est que le client qui a perdu son idée, en plus son adresse email, comment on peut l'aider?
Quelqu'un qui a perdu son ID.
Son ID, oui. Please son adresse email aussi.
OK. Il faut me contacter après, je vais te montrer parce qu'on a montré ça au début, comment trouver le user ID de quelqu'un qui n'a pas, qui ne se rappelle pas de son user ID. Donc, il faut me contacter après. Envoie-moi un message sur les tickets. Il faut aller dans les tickets et tu envoies un message, je vais te répondre.
D'accord, pas de souci.
Et je vais te guider comment.
Ok, d'accord. La seconde que je demande, il faut essayer de nous faire parvenir en France, parler ça aussi en français aussi, parce que nous aussi, nous sommes dans les pays européens pour nous faire bénéficier aussi. Parce que tout a été fait en anglais aussi, on n'a pas assez d'accès à ça. Il y a ça aussi.
Okay,
Et à l'heure
que
vous avez donné aussi, je sais qu'à l'heure là, les gens sont en train de patienter pour entrer, mais ils ne parviennent pas aussi. On a vu qu'aussi, ça a demandé à partir de 100 personnes, on ne peut pas faire l'accès.
Non, on ne sait pas pourquoi ça c'était comme ça. On a essayé de régler, mais ça n'a pas, parce que normalement, on a plus de 500, même 1000 peut entrer. Donc, on ne sait pas pourquoi on n'a pas pu ouvrir la salle, pourquoi la salle n'est pas ouverte jusqu'à plus de 100 aujourd'hui. Parce que normalement, on a plus de 100, les participants sont plus de 100 dans la salle. Donc, mais aujourd'hui, on ne sait pas pourquoi.
Can you translate? Can you translate both the question and the answer, so that we can probably learn something?
No, he was just saying that he was asking about how to get someone's ID. We've showed that already, and he's not. I'm sure he didn't see it. So I've told him to put up a ticket so that we would guide him on how to help the people. I'm sure he's in Senegal, if I'm not making a mistake. Vous êtes au Sénégal, non?
Oui, je suis au Sénégal, à Ziguinchor.
Ouais. À Ziguinchor, oui.
Ziguinchor, oui.
Vous êtes parti de l'équipe de la princesse.
Oui, la princesse de Binta Goudia, oui.
Ouais.
C'est l'ambassadeur Moro.
Absolument, ok.
Oui.
Ok, super.
All
right, so that's
allô?
mainly what he wanted to find out. Oui.
Ok, et ensuite aussi, il y avait certaines personnes, leur compte a été rejeté, désactivé carrément. Ils ne parviennent pas à avoir l'accès. S'ils sont par là-bas pour initialiser, ce que vous avez donné l'idée là, s'ils ont mis l'idée à plus le mot de passe là, les 44 CC, et ça va donner le compte refusé. Et ça aussi, quelle est la solution pour ça?
Donc, envoie-moi le message sur le truc. Je vais entrer en contact avec toi. Il faut que j'ai une formation avec vous. Je vais parler avec la princesse Binta. Elle va organiser une formation avec vous. Comme ça, on va vous guider comment le faire. Parce que je sais que vous avez une grande équipe là-bas. Et il y a beaucoup de gens, on a beaucoup de clients au Sénégal. Donc, il faut qu'on vous donne, vous les leaders, on va vous donner le processus à suivre, à réactiver tout le monde là-bas. OK?
D'accord, OK.
Donc, je vais m'organiser avec la princesse et puis on va essayer de faire une séance de travail avec vous. Peut-être même avant lundi, parce qu'il faudrait que vous réactivez les gens parce que sinon, ils sont en train de perdre tous les avantages qu'on est en train d'expliquer maintenant.
Oui, d'accord.
Ouais,
OK, ça va.
Ouais.
Merci beaucoup.
Je vais communiquer avec elle tout de suite, juste après la réunion.
D'accord, pas de souci.
Okay. I think we are running out of time. We actually ran out of time already. Ndlovu, just one question, please, quickly. You were supposed to have spoken already. Your mic is off.
Please unmute.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Okay, my apologies. Yesterday we couldn't attend the meeting. We were on the road coming to KZ, and this side, our network coverage is very poor. As you can see, I had to drive to a higher point so to attend the meeting.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
sorry. Get some of.
That's fine.
Yeah, we couldn't get some of the points on the meeting. So my question was, where we are at the moment, I'm with Senras Kali. We had a lot of members here in case we registered last year. So they wanted us to assist them on re-registering iConnect. So as we are getting from village to village, getting their database, so that when we get back to Blawayo, we can register them. We couldn't. So we are thinking that maybe once we get good network, we'll download the meeting and listen to it throughout.
Okay, so it would be helpful for you guys to listen, especially to the first part of the meeting where we were giving the explanations on all the different elements regarding reactivation of the account and regarding new registrations, right? So it will be very, very helpful for you guys to look at that, because we went step by step and we showed every aspect of that bit, yeah? So we are also going
for your good job, for the good job you are doing there.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Well done. We appreciate. I've seen your communication that's coming through quite regularly. So we would look for some. We'll keep supporting and providing guidance as best as possible. Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think the best to download.
Yes. So I think we'll bring this now to a close. Dr. Linus?
I think it just remains that for those that are looking to access the exchange, we need to just share the links to the plans, so that if they want to buy the product plans, they can buy the product plans. And also the links to the USX tokens that they might want to get to put into the exchange. But of course, once you are onboarded on the exchange and you have your tokens on other exchanges or other wallets, you can actually transfer them in. That's not a problem. So I'm going to post the 3 tickets to everyone here. The 3 plans, sorry. I'm going to just post it on Zoom. Yeah.
Okay.
I need to post it to everyone. So that's the premium plan. And then there is the business plan and the individual plan. Same link, you just put the relevant plan on the link and it takes you to the product. And we can also share a link to USX. So if you go to shop, you can access these very quickly by typing USX, as I explained. And I'm just going to pick one and share it on the group on Zoom. Just making sure.
And then when you get in there, you have to make sure that the plan that you are, the USX amount that you want is what you have in front of you. Don't just click and pay and end up with less or more than what you wanted.
And make sure you're not, if you just want USX, make sure you're not picking a combo, right?
Yeah, and make sure you're not picking a combo.
Yeah, okay. So that's for 5 USX, for example. And the URL format will be the same. So I guess 10 USX tokens will be USX-10-token. But I don't think that's there as a product yet, but I can see 5.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's where we are. The major difference or the major announcement today really is the reopening of registration. So everybody with an account can now go in. Once you're successfully logged in, you can start registering and onboarding customers. And whatever revenues, whether this is fiat or Lumi that is achieved, we're going to maintain the same revenue distribution model. To make sure that whatever is
due to anyone, they get it.
Are compensated accordingly.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Is that it, Dr. Linus?
I think that's it from me.
All right. Brother Self?
No, that's it. That's it.
All right. So thank you everyone for joining. You can just open your camera, open your this thing. Let me open your camera. I'm just going to go to grid view. Dr. Linus, what is the green thing in there? Is that water?
The color of the bottle.
5 liters. Yes. You know, yesterday he showed me 2 jugs, right? One of it had water and one was supposed to be coffee because we're going around the clock almost every day.
Yes.
So one had water and one had coffee. The water was still full, but the coffee was finished. The water was still full, but the coffee was finished.
Coffee was empty, yes.
Coffee was empty. A big jug, gone. Okay, guys.
As always, it's a great pleasure.
It's been a pleasure.
Hi, Pauline.
Let's keep moving and making a difference wherever we are. Yeah.
It's a movement like no other.
Thank you all for the support. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Wonderful presentation as always, Brother Ambi.
Right?
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you.
No, we've got one more day. We've got one more day. Brother Ambi, we've got one more day. Brother Dr. Linus.
Yes.
We have to tell you, we've got one more day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Look at Brother Servius. Look at Brother Servius.
Merci. À la prochaine. Bye bye.
Bye all.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Merci beaucoup. À la prochaine.
You see, Brother Servius has a hoodie.
Yeah.
He has a hoodie because it's cold.
We have one more day that we can show off at least, and that's tomorrow, according to the weather forecast. Other than that, we cannot talk here. This might be our only summer.
Then we wait for you guys again next year.
Yeah.
Your summer again will be next year.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you all so much.
Good night and bless up, everyone.
Wonderful evening, everyone. Yes.
Wonderful job, Dr. Linus. Chief Service, wonderful. Dr. Ambi. Yeah, beautiful.
We're really just following the feedback from the community and doing what the community needs and keep moving that forward.
Yeah, you're listening. Thank you. You're listening. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much.
All right.
Thank you guys so much.
Good night from Nigeria.
Good night.
Good night from Nigeria.
Good night.
Yeah, good night. Yeah,
good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
That's it.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bonne nuit. À la
Thanks
prochaine.
much, Dr. Linus. Chief Service.
Bonne nuit.
Oui, bonjour, Doyen Moro. Moro, ça va?
Ça va bien. C'est quand?
Ouais, je suis en retard là. Hein?
Ouais, je vois que Boudou vient d'entrer. C'est maintenant qu'il vient.
Voilà. Bonjour, bonsoir à tout le monde. C'est Kiam, le petit de Doyen Moro.
Ouais,
je vois tardivement parce qu'ici, là où nous sommes, on a des fois problème de connexion. En plus de cela aussi, à la descente, nous essayons de faire des activités avant de venir. À l'heure où nous sommes, c'est 21h.
Ouais, nous sommes là depuis 20h30 notre heure parce qu'on avait beaucoup de choses à présenter aujourd'hui. On a essayé de parcourir tout ce qu'on avait et Vous pouvez aussi suivre ça sur YouTube ou sur Facebook. Vous allez vous chercher seulement mon nom, vous allez voir ça. C'est sur YouTube et sur Facebook.
C'est bon.
Okay.
Yeah.
OK.
Donc,
Et s'il y a des questions, il faut poser les questions sur Connect. Il faut aller sur Connect, vous ouvrez un ticket, vous mettez votre question là-bas. Nous avons une grande équipe dynamique là-bas qui est en train d'aider tout le monde avec les questions. Si vous voulez poser votre question en français, posez votre question en français parce que nous avons aussi les gens qui comprennent le français dans l'équipe de soutien sur Connect.
OK, merci.
OK.
OK.
Donc,
Okay,
on est à
good night.
l'écoute pour l'équipe.
D'accord,
Okay.
d'accord,
Dr.
d'accord.
Linus,
d'accord.
Mike here. I want to give you a call.
All right. Okay, Mike. Yes, I'll wait for your call.
All right, not a problem.
All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Hi, Mike. How are you?
Telegram. I am great. Abengi, how are you? I really
Good,
have
good,
some
good, good.
great ideas. I want to shoot it at you guys, but
No worries. No worries.
yeah, we have to talk.
No worries. No worries.
All right, man. Great one. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, good night. Good night, everyone.